How's it going, everybody? Gary here from Movie Hooker, and I'm going to be doing a little video review now of a movie that I watched a few days ago and I still can't get it out of my head. This film is called or Godless. Godless, the Eastfield Exorcism. I wouldn't be a huge fan of demonic possession movies. They're not my favourite subgenre. You know, a lot of them are very samey, but I would say that my favourite demonic possession movie would be The Exorcism of Emily Rose. A lot of people didn't like that, but there was just something about it. That was from 2005, and that starred Jennifer Carpenter. So this movie is an Australian movie, and I say Australian because you know when the Aussies do horror, they do it right. And this, I would again sort of describe this as like a psychological horror, a horror of a mind, horror of the mind, the delusion of faith. It's about this woman, and her and her husband are part of this sort of like Christian sing-along group, and the husband and the girl, the wife, they start to think that she is possessed by the devil or by some sort of demonic entity. So they go to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist is pretty much saying, listen, you've stopped taking your medication. Is this, could this be a reason that these hallucinations are starting to come back? These manifestations, hallucinations, whatever you want to call them, are starting to resurface again. And the husband is having none of it. The husband is saying, no, this is not a medical problem. This is a fucking spiritual problem. And right there and then you're going, oh my God, what is going to happen? It's pretty much evident at the very, very start that this girl is unwell, and she is not possessed by a demonic fucking demon or whatever. And that's when my stomach started to sink a little bit, going, shit, I know what's coming. So the husband takes her home, and they contact this guy, this insane preacher exorcist guy that there's videos of him online brutally attacking these so-called possessed people and like torturing them basically. So he arrives in the room with a big load of rope, and he goes to his wife. The wife's like, what are you going to do to me? And he goes, it's only going to take a while. So it's just harrowing, because this girl is unwell. All she needed was her medication. Again, the medication was keeping these hallucinations at bay, but the husband refused to let her take them. And they get in this crazy psychotic preacher who definitely takes pleasure from punishing and torturing these people. And what happens in this is, it's horrible. You feel really, really bad for this girl, and something horrendous happens. And that's when the stomach sinks, because not only was this girl not possessed, but she got tortured beyond just some unimaginable torture happened to her, and the way that she dies is horrific. And again, it's not very graphic, but it is horrific. The sound design in that little spit. Maybe I gave a bit too much away. But this is about maybe you shouldn't fucking watch this unless you've seen it already. This is about the delusion of faith, a delusional preacher who thinks that a woman's broken mental state is some sort of demonic possession. Or does he? That's the whole thing. Or does he just take pleasure is he just a sadistic preacher that wants to kill people? And when he kills people, he thinks that he is not killing them, he is killing the demon, and this body will be resurrected. And that's where the harrowing, just really uneasy, unnerving uncomfortableness comes in. It's like we're watching this corpse in a coffin, and she's not coming back, man. She is not coming back. Her face is torn, and her eyes are completely white, and she is grey, and she is in a coffin surrounded by flowers and stuff. It is fucking disturbing. And this guy is like, resurrect, and it's like, oh my God, these guys are so delusional. That is my video review for this. You pretty much know what's happening, but as much as I've said what is happening in this, it's still, you sort of guess where it is going. You really do guess where it's going from the get go when you see the previous videotapes of this man and what he is doing to the people he is exercising. It ain't going to end well for this girl, but it is very uncomfortable watching this girl in the coffin. You feel really, really bad for her. She's absolutely terrified. The acting from this woman is fantastic. This was shot in 20 days, apparently. It is very, very, very low budget. But done fantastic. It is astonishing. There is some really horrific hallucination sequences as well, which are brilliant. But overall, it's just really, really sad, and you really feel for the person involved who got tortured. So anyway, that is called Godless, the Eastfield Exorcism. It is Australian. It was released in 2023, and yeah, I urge you to go see it. As I said, it is not your typical possession movie, because it's not about possession. It is about manipulation, it is about torture, and it is about power and using God as some sort of authority. This preacher answers to nobody, absolutely nobody, apart from the man above. So he's full of shite, and we know that, and he's dangerous. And yeah, it says at the end of this movie as well, like, these things are still going on today, and a lot of these so-called exorcisms are happening to women and children, most of them. So anyway, I urge you to go see it. That is the Eastfield Exorcism. Godless, the Eastfield Exorcism. Fuck you, phone. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and follow for more. Word up.